Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Just JayTee in the building.
It's your boy, Sammy Socialite, you already know.
And welcome to another additional episode of Hot Sauce.
Big 15.
Big 15. I got confused for a second. I lost track already of episodes. Talking about, I had like 12, 13 episodes. He's like, sir, we had 15. I was like, oh,
that's just me. You know, you just wasn't here for those episodes, I guess.
I wasn't here.
You were here, but maybe you weren't physically here.
Oh, so I mean, hey, as you see, we always switching up locations here and there and whatnot.
I mean, this look like the last location, but it's it's a little private spot.
Oh yeah, see my fit now, whatnot. You know,
now
summertime.
Now you can put your feet on the couch.
I've been doing that for a while.
I know, but I was just saying, you do what you want to do here, goddammit.
Mm-hmm. What I want to do. So, how we feeling today, brother? How you doing?
I'm good, bro. I'm feeling great, man. It's good to be doing another show with my boy JayTee,
15 episodes in, what is it? It is, it's progress we've been making.
I still hate this motherfucker, but it's all love. It's all love.
He grew to love a nigga, man. He grew to love a nigga. You know what I'm saying? He don't hate me that much, man. He don't hate me that much.
But anyway, oh shit. We got a little light spice for y'all today.
Before we do that, we're gonna just nip this in the bud real quick. We gotta send a rest in peace to the legend himself, Paul Mooney. Finding out he died this morning was weird news I expected. But again, it's just one of those things where it's pretty much he's getting older. Mm-hmm. It's part of life. He did what he needed to do. He cemented his legacy. We love him, we miss him, and I hope he finds peace in his next life. And all we got left is his memories from Chappelle's show to all of his famous quotes, especially the one where he said, "Everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga." Probably the most number one quote or favorite quote of mine of all time that sticks to this very day. And you see it, you see the proof as to why and how. You see all around us why and how everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga. So
do you think that like Chappelle's show for the younger, our generation or whatever, you think that's how they like know who Paul Mooney is?
I think yeah, for the most part, yeah, some of the younger generation knew. But there's still some who may have dug deeper into Paul Mooney. Because I know quite a few, comedians out here who are homies of mine who would follow Paul Mooney even past the Chappelle show or even like maybe beforehand. So I know some folks that know he's well known. I know for me personally, I found out more about him through the Chappelle show, but then I doubled back and looked at some of his content here and there, some of the stuff he did, and it's pretty important. Very, very, very good. And he's a funny as motherfucking comedian as well. So
that's dope. Rest in peace to Paul Mooney.
Yes, sir.
Not gonna express my ignorance on the matter. I did know he was a funny comedian and also a writer of certain shows. So it was.
As long as you know of him, know about him. I mean, hey, you know him. As long as you know him, you know him. Okay, so what else you want to talk about?
I want to talk about how it's gonna be a Thought Boy summer.
Let's explain it to me.
I got my short son. This nigga got his thought short son.
I got pink. I got bright colors on.
Right, like we
got black boy joyed up sometimes, man. Like I think about it. I can't believe
we taking over
for sure. I can't believe too how I'm more comfortable now with wearing shorts above the knees because probably like not a year, but like 2-3 years back, I was kind of on it, but it's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not.
I don't mind wearing shorts like these above the knees or like fitted type shorts that are still above the knees but still look good. Like I like it. Feels good.
I I just bought some new summer trunks for the summer, and they're all above the knee. I can't wait.
I don't know if it's because of it's the trend or folks getting older or what, but it's like, hey, shorts on guys is the vibes.
I've always liked my legs, like, you know what I'm saying? I always fucked with showing my legs anyway. But I appreciate the culture accepting niggas wearing short shorts and shit. And more on the thought tip.
Yeah.
He a whole thought, y'all. So I'm scrolling Twitter yesterday, actually, and minding my own business. And and so it was this tweet, and it was like, quote this tweet with a picture when you knew your body was fire. And this whole asshole posted a picture, and I was like, wait, that's not JT, is it? I wish I could show y'all this picture. I might have to put this on the video just so y'all can see that shit. But it was just quite funny to me because who the fuck do you think you are?
Well, I'm just following what tweets said to do.
Following directions.
Yes, that's all it is I'm doing. I mean, I just saw a tweet and I just tried, and I had to find pretty much my favorite pick of my body.
Your old body.
Yeah, my old body. Well, my old body post 2019. This is pre-pandemic, before gaining some of this weight, gaining some of this relationship weight and whatnot. I mean, it's still proportionate. I still look good. I'm getting fucked up, but you know, I like that time. It was like
pre body surgery. Body.
I don't know about that. I naturally work for mine. So I don't really do body surgery. I don't shame folks to do it. Get it how you live. But me personally, that's just not my religion. But you know.
I missed my Dr. Miami special. So we gonna have to. I need a new stimmy because I done ran through this.
Hey man, bro, like we need another stimmy. The president just signed off on billions for war and shit. When Americans
just imagine if we could have a stimmy.
Have another stimmy. Look, it's time for another stimmy. Give us another stimmy by the time Juneteenth rolls around. It's up.
Oh, you know they can't.
Yeah,
you know they can't do it for Juneteenth.
Yeah, but something tells me I feel like I was in washing hands. They feel like they gave them one stimmy that one time. They don't want to give nobody. Now they want to start giving shit out for wars and shit, which is a typical president. That's typical president behavior and shit. So, you know. All right. Anything else you want to say?
I'm sorry. I just had to message you because you know. I love when JT gets to express his inner thought because he's in a whole relationship, so he can't really express his inner thoughtness often. So I'm always gonna make mention when it comes up.
I mean, in this chapter of my life, I've accepted, still accepting some parts of it, but no, I'm accepting that I've turned into Phil Jackson. I turned into Phil Jackson.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, I'm just, you know, best thing about, you know, being in a relationship, I don't have to do shit no more. Certain things I don't have to do no more to try to impress or shoot a shot or whatever it is. I don't have to really do any of that at all. So all I can do is do me, you know, I just stay out the way. Most of the time, even before I jumped into a relationship, I don't just be so pressed about shit all the time. It'd be every blue moon. Most of the time, if I'm out or if I'm with the homies, or if I'm out with the homies, or if I'm just out, I just be out for the vibes. I don't be trying to press nothing. I just be out for the vibes, the energy, all that. And so, being in a relationship too, not only sometimes I bring my lady with me, but sometimes I don't have to really do anything like that. I can just watch everybody else do anything and look at all my single guy friends and all my favorite single homegirls who flourish. And I can just look back like a proud coach and just be like, I see y'all. But I am still one who will say, once you find your person, once you find someone you really truly rocking with, get your ass out the game because it's ghetto out here. It's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. I don't know why, but it's just getting worse. Just seeing all the capping motherfuckers doing on social media, seeing how folks are real time, hear about folks' situations that they're in. Like
it's definitely highly ghetto.
I don't know if it's because of life, if it's representing what life is like, or folks is getting older and just a lot of situations just occur. Because it could be a mix of everything. It could be a mix of everything.
Well, moving right along, so much new music.
Yeah, last week was
coming out
pretty good. Which one you want to talk about first?
We can pop it off with Jermaine Cole.
All right, I'm happy that you said that. Cole World dropped. Offseason finally dropped, and I had to say I am impressed. The album is what I thought it was gonna be. It was incredible. It was incredible rapping. Short album, straight to the point. The rapping was key. The rapping was fire. I love the fact that Cole didn't have guest features on there, but when he initially dropped the track list, he left that off the table.
He tricked y'all niggas. Niggas like, another Cole album without features.
And I felt like they were saying that too. And for the life of me, watching everybody, I was like, I'm thinking to myself, I don't think so. Because I think after that whole run, he's been more so of, putting features.
Yeah, because he's acting friendly again. He don't feel like he has to prove himself.
Yep, and also he expanded himself to be with others, especially with that whole period when he was working on the Revenge of the Dreamers 3.
Ugh.
That's still fire.
I know. I'm just saying, like, it was just so much.
It was so much, but like,
niggas was dying to get the invite to the private session.
Man,
okay?
I ain't gonna lie, that time was dope watching it because I had some homies who actually made it, who were in there in the process, and they were in the mix, and it was incredible.
I mean, me too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homie Black.
Shout out to my homegirl Lex and her team who was in there as well.
Shout out to
homie Lex in Cali right now.
Okay.
Living her best life in her best career in the music industry right now. And she apparently is the turn-up queen in LA now. And she's only been there for like a short period. And now my dog got the motherfucking juice.
Not the turn-up queen though.
Yes, turn-up queen. And she came from Atlanta. It's like almost a completely different person versus how she was here and versus how she was originally in Tennessee. But towards the end of her time here in Atlanta, she was getting to that point. So it was a transition. But proud of you, my dog. Shout out Lex.
So, the J. Cole project, I actually did listen to it. I don't like listening to stuff like the day it comes out, but I have
like it because of the hype.
I be just wanting to listen to stuff on my own time. And my homeboy came into town from Virginia. Shout out to Corey. And of course, Corey played this whole project, and I was like, okay, all right, got some good songs on there, Yeah. I definitely was rocking with the hidden features. Yeah. I personally love the 21 Savage feature.
Even 21. Like they do good. They're 2 for 2 so far. Like,
well,
but it sounds like this song's like this song almost sounds like part 2 of a lot.
I could see that. I fuck with. I love 21 Savage, so
yeah, 21 hard though. He's hard.
And to everybody has a song with Lil Baby.
I mean that's what happens when you're the hot commodity.
I mean, hey. Hot commodities.
But here's the thing. Like this also solidifies. Well, this is also another reaffirmation that Lil Baby is in the fact of this current period that it got the #1 guy, the superstar guy.
He that nigga.
And he's in a very unique position And what I loved about Offseason was that the day it came out, like that Friday after the midnight release, had everybody talking. The main reason I listened to it on
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody talking.
It wasn't everybody.
With everybody.
Nah. Cause the Barbs was talking.
No.
Yeah.
Their bars were talking, but I see more hip hop folks were talking.
That's what your
album
that's
to
what
Baby's
your
appearance.
that's what your timeline was giving.
Well, okay, well I don't really follow too many bars.
Exactly,
like
that's what I'm saying. So the hip hop
folks talked about it,
that was rocking with the Cole, and I give Cole his respect. Like this album was not boring. I don't think it was boring. And so, that be the thing a lot of people say, his music puts you to sleep, whatever. I could hear one or two or three, maybe 4 of the songs at the club.
Yeah, that shit you play in the whip too, that's crazy.
Yeah, well,
and the production is different too. Most of the production is not even from Cole, it's from other producers. And that was the main complaint most of a lot of people had regarding Cole's music when he drops. Because even though he's a GOAT, even though he's considered one of the top in the top 3, a lot of people still have their issues with him. So some people, I saw some people like Cole. Some folks, have outgrown Cole, and it's like, even though they say the music's good, it's like they just I guess with time and them getting older, they just outgrew the music and whatnot. And then there's some people who basically Cole is just not for them.
Yeah.
Is what it is. I mean, at this point in his career, Cole has already solidified himself, so he's already considered a great. I mean, I knew from when he dropped the album Out the Blue songs, like he felt like he was hungry and listening to music. He was hungry and he wanted he had to show the world. He had a chip on his shoulder where he was focused, and he wanted to show the world that he's still the best and why he's the best. So I'm happy that Cole dropped Offseason. Offseason is fire. It's definitely going to stay in rotation for a minute. And so, I'm glad Cole dropped. But since you spoke on the Barbs, let's get into the Beat Me Up Scotty release.
I love this. I get to be messy because y'all whores out here acting like this bitch done dropped a whole new project. And she done dropped Beam Me Up Scotty, which came out in, I want to say 08. If it wasn't 08, it was spring, early 09.
Yeah.
And she added 5 new songs, which is cool, but she really just dropped her old project on y'all hoes, and y'all ate it up.
She like new music was on the come, and I saw the beat. I thought it was going to be new music. I thought it was going to be a new song or something, but I saw it was that. I saw it was the Beat Me Up Scott. I was like, oh, it's an old mixtape. I was like, all right.
She threw some new songs on there.
The new songs, and I went to listen to new songs.
And the new songs was dope. Apparently, old Wayne can still be found.
Oh yeah, I saw when they played Sing Green. I saw a whole bunch of people on my timeline picking up their old YMCMB stand shirts.
Right. Like I said, I mean, Wayne has put out 2 or 3 projects within the last 2-3 years, and people was really like, "Where's old Wayne?" And Nicki was able to find old Wayne.
Wayne shows up. Old rapper Wayne. He shows up whenever he feels like it. At this point, he don't show up that often, but whenever he shows up, he shows up.
But yes, shout out to Nicki still, because she had y'all hoes waiting for her a whole hour on Instagram Live before she even showed up.
That's crazy though, because it just shows she still got it.
She definitely still is. She still got it, bro. Y'all could talk. People could talk about her all day.
She's been away, so her presence was missed.
Imagine Nicki dropping an old album and still topping all the charts from these new hoes that's dropping music right now. So, yes. Go listen to Itty Bitty Piggy. Go listen to my favorite, Slumber Party. That song always gonna be hard, Yeah, but we need Soulja Boy's asking for it, Nicki. We need an Itty Bitty Piggy video. It's never too late.
I see. You know what? Now that I think about it, wouldn't it be interesting because I seen this happen with some other artists, even mostly with Chris Brown, when they were asking about
They
still need a pop video.
We still need a pop video. We need that.
What if it's a way where artists just somehow just start randomly shooting their old videos?
They have the money to do so. They might as well.
I wonder why they haven't really started doing it.
Somebody gotta do it.
That actually sounds like that could be a dope movie. You can still make the video.
It
may be more modernized today, but the song is still old.
Cause I mean, who don't want to see? I was on the plane with Dwayne. You could call me Whitley. I go to Hill, Maine. Listen, I'm the baddest in the school, the baddest in the game. Excuse me, honey, but nobody's in my lane. With new Nicki, if she, like, we know new Nicki doesn't look like that Nicki version anymore, but if she could give us that Nicki version for the video, that would be some dope ass shit.
That actually would be dope, man.
So I'm calling the people, Nicki. We setting it up. We're gonna film it in the A. Call me. I'm gonna be on set.
I mean, isn't that where she created? Where pretty much she pretty much got her start from?
Yeah, because she was fucking with Gucci heavy.
Yeah, because of getting there to Atlanta, getting her with Gucci, getting her with Deb, and have really helped her.
Goddamn, Little Mermaid on my linen.
All right, Bar.
Bankroll, give me all the pretty fur.
All right,
this pussy gang cold. When he hit it, he say burr. He say burr. I'ma marry her and to collect with that fur like I yeah. Any whore, you see how I can just spit Nicki bars? You J. Cole fans could never.
I mean, I don't really care because I don't.
Exactly. You go up for Kendrick.
Yeah.
But we have some loyal fans that watch Hot Sauce that love J. Cole. So make sure you drop in the comments. But you gotta acknowledge that I gave him his props first before I started talking shit.
Hey man, acknowledge. Hey, he acknowledged them and gave his props.
So the worst song / music that came out is My Boy is like, I don't know, bruh.
Wait, the what?
The worst song that came out this past week. The Straightening by the Migos. You like it?
Nigga, I love that shit. That shit slaps. What are you talking about? You saying the song was bad?
Slap.
You saying the song was bad, my nigga?
I don't like it.
Straight. Why you don't like it? Why you don't like it?
Cause
I need to hear this. I need to hear this.
It's childish and repetitive, and Quavo has better hooks in him than that. And if that is giving me a preview of what Culture 3 has, I'm gonna have to leave Culture 3 undownloaded.
That's weird saying that because everybody's saying the complete opposite of that. And saying that shit is fire. That shit is fucking fire. It's simple
Migos,
and it's straight to the point.
Real Migos fans ain't going for it.
Nigga, I've been in this shit since day one. I've been that. I fuck with it.
Since day one? What was day one?
Yes, nigga.
What was day one?
Wiring, no things.
What songs?
They old mixtape.
Okay, I know, but I'm saying what songs?
Trapping out the gym.
Bando. You sound like you was there from the start, but you couldn't be there from the start like a Straightening.
Please.
I don't know.
I love that shit.
I feel like Quavo. I
fuck with that shit. That shit simple, straight to the point. That shit hard.
The start of Quavo's verse could have been the hook.
Nah.
Yes.
Nah, I'm fine with the song.
I said what I said.
Straightening is hard. Straightening is hard. I'm looking forward to Culture 3. I'm looking forward to all you motherfuckers that wrote the Migos off and said the Migos is done, the Migos is finished. Nah, man. When they drop this shit, like I told you, as long as they make music that the fans love, and they rapping their asses off, and they music focused, they're gonna be all right. Cause listening to Straightening, all them boys rapping, they sound like they was focused. Quavo was focused, Takeoff was focused, Offset was blowing niggas' heads off. Niggas was focused, man. So I'm happy that the Migos got their head right and Culture 3 is finally dropping. Now what I hope they do, that they don't make the tracks long. And that they do like at least 13, 15, 16 title track list. I would rather that than just a super long ass list.
Yeah,
I would hope, but we don't.
They gotta keep that.
Yeah, because how they had it for culture, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Now, I do personally believe that I'm not sure if they'll get to that level ever again. I mean, they're solidified regardless. I feel like Amigos, they did everything coming up. They're solidified. They're gonna be good regardless. I feel like as long as they make good ass music, and Amigos fans, the ones that like rapping and love listening to Amigos time and time again, got the songs they can bop to, Amigos are gonna be all right, and Culture 3 is gonna be all right. I'm really rooting for these niggas because there was just a lot of motherfuckers that were just riding the Migos off, especially after that whole shit with Flavor and Sweetie.
Well, they gonna write whoever they want off. I'm not worried about that, but I personally,
I just noticed.
I personally just don't like striking in. You know, songs people don't like. Like I didn't like Stir Fry. It was a whole group of people that love Stir Fry. Maybe I just feel like I want to hear some more fire.
Okay, so I'll talk to you since we're on the Migos. Did you like their last few singles they dropped last year? They had Racks Too Skinny.
Racks Too Skinny was cool. I fucked with Needed. Like
I Needed didn't get.
I was liking the little songs that dropped. You know, Stripper Bowl.
Oh yeah, Stripper Bowl was hard as fuck too. That shit was like vintage Migos. Like Stripper Bowl, that was vintage.
Right. It was
vintage.
giving me great shit.
Yeah, so I wonder if some of them songs might be on the album.
Yeah, you know how. Ooh, yeah, that's a valid point because niggas do be doing that shit when they be dropping them old songs on.
I mean, if Needed is on it, it's fine because I want them to spin the block with Needed.
Well,
Needed
yeah, it didn't get what it.
Well, got love. I know. It's most. I feel like it was mostly because of COVID. Because a lot of people were just at the time, you know, people's heads weren't really in the right place. Nobody was really trying to hear that shit. Which.
Well, you know, I'm always ride with the Migos. Shit, especially after we found out that, you know, Quavo didn't beat that whole ass.
He didn't do it.
Shout out to my boy Quavo.
Quavo didn't.
Black King. I love to see it.
He didn't put hands on her, and also
he ain't put the paws on.
And also, both parties said, you know, they moved on. So that video popped up just.
Right.
What pretty much
people were trying to be haters.
People were trying to push a certain narrative yet again, and yeah. So yeah, but yeah, I'm just looking forward to Culture 3 dropping on June 11th. I'm looking forward to seeing what these boys have done if they focus and, you know, make the five music that they used to make, and now that the world is quote unquote opening back up, even though it's still a fucking mess. People were just walking around acting like COVID is not there no more. Meanwhile, numbers are still rising. Meanwhile, you know, folks are still getting sick. Some folks are still dying. There's a bunch of shit going on. But hey, niggas is vaccinated. Niggas is outside. So hey, they got what they wanted. They got vaccinated. Now they outside. I mean, hey, you got what you wanted. So it's like, hey, you back to live your life. You about to have the wildest summer yet. While the world is falling apart. Big outside, okay? But I mean, some spots, technically speaking, outside was always open. For Atlanta people. But low key for some other places too, because some folks were doing shit on the radar. It just wasn't talked about. Atlanta was just a poster child of it. I mean, yeah.
Sorry, Keisha Lance, Miss Bottoms. Your city was wildin'. And I loved it. I had fun. No work, all play. Yo, your girl Ari Lennox, is she leaking these pictures to people?
It's all she's posting it on her
IG.
Okay, yeah, people's taking off the IG page.
Because every day it's a new picture of her on Twitter. It's like, Ari's not taking her foot off our necks. And I ain't gonna lie, like the pictures be fine, but I ain't never seen the bitch post the pictures. But I mean, I don't.
Most of them I see her posting her IG.
I don't follow her on Instagram, so that's probably why I don't see pictures.
True. But yeah, she been showing her ass all week, barely and figuratively, and showing her body all day of her life. So like,
let me see what her shit be talking about. Miss Lennox.
Miss Lennox is doing the thing, but yes, I also saw Kwame Brown. I can't help but just seeing it because it's all around Twitter and whatnot.
Ooh, 1.6 million followers. She's doing good for herself.
Yeah. She's been fine even before the journey, but you know, I just like that. You know, she is doing her thing, living
What is this?
body.
Like, who does she think she is? Bruh,
Body.
see, that's why you like her, because she a thought just like you.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what I'm saying.
Okay.
She's just a woman that's just
Bruh, she's feeling herself. The bitch gonna drop some music anytime soon?
She will. Give her time. She gonna drop what she gonna drop.
Oh, wow. Seeing all the people I follow on Instagram loving all her pictures is hilarious.
She got everybody going crazy over. She got the men going crazy, the women going crazy.
Women too,
Yeah,
right.
Crazy.
Sweet, sticky thing. Okay, enough of Ari. She's looking very good for herself after people call her a bulldog.
I didn't even believe all that because even before this, Ari was still a fine black woman. Even before that, so she's always been fine. It's now some people are just catching on, but she's always been fine even before that.
Well,
She's always been fine.
I guess she could be my shea butter baby.
She's already mine, nigga. What you talking about?
You got a girl. I need a new girl since Latto told me I don't make enough money for her.
I don't like how that shit went down. I heard you that name.
Well, it's official. Mulatto is no longer Mulatto. It's just Latto. So,
Couldn't be about for all that.
bro, the funniest shit to me is how, again, we talk about this all the time. Black people are never satisfied with anything. Like, people was like, oh, she changed her name to just Latto. She could have just kept Mulatto. It's like changing your name from nigger to igger.
I just feel like that whole situation lame as hell. Like, I just feel like a lot of folks just. All right, I get, and I understand why people were upset and concerned because of her name Latto and how pretty much the meaning behind the word, how derogatory it is.
Is it derogatory?
Yeah, if people say it's derogatory, it's derogatory. I mean, I've known of the word, heard of the word. So, I mean, if people say it's derogatory, then who are you to say that it is? I get that. My thing with that whole thing was Mulatto, she explained why she named it the way she did. And that's just her truth. I mean, the way black people were acting towards it, like certain black people, it was just lame as hell. And I just feel like there's gonna be out for her from jump just simply because she's mixed and she's biracial. Because for the most part, when it comes to certain biracial black folks,
the rude people be calling her white.
Yeah, and it's like I seen a lot of folks, especially the women folk, trying to be snarky, talking about how I can't relate. I was raised in an all black household. That shit just sounds so fucking snarky to me, dog. Like that is still, regardless of Latto being biracial, she's still a black woman at the end of the day.
Exactly.
And it just really comes off to me as sometimes as. Like, it really, a lot of folks on Twitter, it always comes off as, I'm rooting for everybody black under certain conditions.
Right.
And it's just like, that shit is lame and weak as hell. If you're rooting for people all black, root for people all black. It doesn't matter what it is. They're still black at the end of the day. It's just goofy and corny and lame as hell that y'all just treating folks or treating them the way y'all be treating. Y'all be sounding so condescending. You trying to act so progressive, trying to act like you're for all black people. And you still doing the same bullshit that most of your parents or grandparents from Generation X, boomers, the same folks, you doing the same shit that they're doing, but y'all denying it. Y'all trying to act like it. Like, the shit lame as fuck. Like, all the girls want to do is making music. And y'all just keep getting on the ass about it.
Right.
Certain occasions, I'll say, one or two occasions, I can't really recall which ones they are. Some of them, she set herself up for it, but at the same time, people still being lame as hell. It's like, black people are never satisfied with shit. Like,
nope.
Never satisfied. Like, y'all, I'm sorry, but that whole shit. How folks act, especially women act toward black women act toward it, be lame as fuck. It's lame as hell. Stupid lame. Like you treating somebody different because you treating somebody like you giving them hell just because they're biracial. She's still a black woman at the end of the day, regardless if she's biracial. She's still black.
Not like she.
Now the ones that some of the biracials that that be weird. Yeah, I get why, but it's just something I see. Most biracials I see with black people, they just give them hell. They give them hell. They give them hell, especially if they don't show more of their black side. Mm-hmm. So I just see it all the time. So, but hey man, people gonna feel how the hell they feel. About it is what it is, but I just think that whole shit is lame as fuck. It's goofy as hell, it's lame as fuck, it's corny. Like it's stupid.
You know who else is corny?
What?
Kwame Brown.
Some cases he is, but also you gotta remember the nigga's been talked about constantly and he's been quiet.
He's sick in the head.
I don't know if he's sick in the head.
Oh, I know he's sick in the head. You obviously haven't seen the video of him talking about Breonna Taylor.
Oh, I saw that one. No, I saw that one. It was like, yeah, nah, that's not it.
He's crazy.
I mean, yeah.
Not saying, you can...
The thing is, with the whole, both can be true. Everything that's been going on with him, it's him, Matt Barnes,
Steven Jackson. It's always funny. It's always funny to.
Oh, and also he said something about Charlamagne. He said something about Charlamagne. Said something about him.
Did he say something about Charlamagne?
Nah, he was putting on some personal business about his dad and his son on the Breakfast Club, and he got on his ass about. I literally saw the video about it. A video of it like at least an hour ago. And just and he got on Stephen A. Smith too. And the trend. All that aside, separated from that bullshit that he pulled, both are true. Everybody's just getting on it. Everybody had all these opinions about him, getting on him because of the fact, he was a bust in the NBA. I mean, it's valid. But also, you can't help that, you can't just all of a sudden have an issue with Kwame Brown speaking back when when niggas has been talking about him all these years, and he finally said something back. And he's been out, Lord knows what he's been doing. But it's valid. So it's like I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him for doing that because
the shit is hilarious.
But it's funny
until you go and see all the other shit he was talking about, outside of that. I mean, it's funny, Matt Barnes. Shit, he called Matt Barnes Becky with the good hair. I mean, that shit is top tier hilarious. You know.
But also what's funny is seeing the people he responded to trying to act like they're on their high horses now. When this was smoke that was made, like he had a right to say what he say about that because they spoke on him. Well, and he felt the way, so he voiced how he felt. So it's like in that case, I'm not mad at him doing that. But yeah, that shit he said with Breonna Taylor, nah, hell no, that's cool shit. Nah, fuck no, that's dumb. I don't agree with that shit. No, that shit cool. But yeah. It's a lot. That's what I got from it. I just saw it around time out here and there. I saw some of the videos, and I was like, damn, get on niggas. So
I thought, like I said, it's funny. Haha. But he's a clown, and that's why he was a bust because he's a fucking clown.
You just bust because he wasn't good in the NBA.
Clown. Who that bad is right there?
Oh, that's my homie.
Oh, you actually know that person. Interesting.
Yeah, I went to school.
Y'all, this man has a whole sister I didn't know about. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, he's just now finding out that I have a sister. That's funny.
It's not funny. You're just a horrible guy, Could have told me he had a lovely sister who was so nice. Just the nicest person in the world.
Shout out, little sis. But I mean, if you would have scrolled, you would have found out. If you scrolled deeper through my IG, you would have found out.
Deeper through your IG.
Yes, you would have found that.
You wanted me to stalk your IG. Nah.
I mean, I don't really call it stalking, but you You said it.
Well, your boy, Budden.
That ain't my boy.
Oh, he's not your boy. Oh, thought you loved Joe Budden and his podcast.
I mean, I will admit this podcast was entertaining, and you know, I used to rock with it and whatnot. But it's just between him doing his guys dirty, between the sexual harassment.
You gotta explain to people what's going on, because you know they don't know what's going on.
I mean, folks know what's going on. All right, so I guess for those who've been under a rock, I can only assume they've been under a rock because it's been talked about for a while now. Well, we'll talk from the beginning. Joe Budden and he had his original crew, Joe, Rory, Mal, Parks. They were the crew. But apparently there were some issues that were going on between him and Rory. So he told Rory to take some time away from the pod. Mal didn't like how that went down. Him and Mal got into it, so both of them had to take off. Then they came back, explained what the issue was, and they made folks think that the pod was back together, but it really wasn't. And then last week or the week before, pretty much Joe made a pod by himself. Pretty much he blasted Rory and Mal. He basically fired Rory and Mal on air on his pod, shitted on him, talked about his own crew. And
didn't even give him a chance to defend himself.
Yeah, but they defended themselves.
Light skinned nigga shit, bro.
Nah, that's a sicko behavior shit. And while he was on it doing his pod Saturday, Rory and Mal had made their own video response about the truth that was going on. And pretty much, it was money. It's the usual mixing friends with business. It's money and ego. And even though from all sides, when the guys returned on the pod before the crew broke up, again, it was just an issue of respect. He feeling like Joe wasn't treating his folks right, and Joe was looking at it from perspective of him being the boss, him being his brand and shit that he has to do. And so all sides in that argument were very valid. So. But the way he went about doing it, firing it, talking about his own co-host and fired him on air was corny and was goofy as hell. On top of that, he had one of his female co-hosts, what's the girl's name? Olivia. Apologies for that. Let's go look it up real quick. The name I just got. All right, yeah. Olivia Dope. She quit. She was initially one of the members of this ladies podcast. See, the thing is, but she quit because there's a lot of sexual harassment on her end. Because Joe said live on air, she talked about how Joe said he wanted to have sex with her. And pretty much did some very inappropriate things at work. And so, if you actually follow Joe, he actually has a track record of this sexual harassment and sexual abuse allegations that have been lingering around for a while. So it's just a lot of bad energy that's just surrounding Joe as far as him treating his own friends the way he treated them, the way he treated the women, the way his ego is developed. Like, it's just a lot of shit. It's just like, I can't really get with him now. And it's like,
sounds real tacky.
Yeah, it sounds tacky. It's like, I can't get with him. And at this point, especially with all the evidence that we've seen from his career to now, it's like, you will be insane. You will be a fool to even defend any of that. You will look really nuts to defend Joe Budden.
But you know, there's people out there that, Joe can't do no wrong.
Yeah, there's some folks that still do that. And I seen some tweets. I seen my homie Drew Wop said a tweet. He pretty much said a tweet, if you're still defending Joe Budden at this point, that nigga's your daddy. That nigga's their parent. And bro, I'm just saying, bro, like certain shit like that, like certain shit like what's going on with Joe, especially with the sexual harassment, sexual assault, there is not a goddamn thing you can say to defend that shit at all. You look nuts. So it's just a lot of, fuck nigga shit going on. It's like, I just can't support it. I cannot support it.
Nope. Well,
hey.
For those out there who didn't
and
know
also,
Budden was a piece of shit, this is, Now you know. You should have been.
And also a lesson you can take from the whole thing with the fallout of the original podcast is when it comes to starting a business or starting a passion project, starting a podcast with your friends, and you doing it, you starting it for fun. I feel like when the money gets involved, though, when shit starts looking like it's about to get bigger than what you originally started for, you guys have to have the conversation. I see this too many times where a group of good people with good vibes, good energy, start something so good, it blows up, and then they all fall out over money issues, over money and ego. And so some things,
money
I say this
is important, ego is not. Fuck your ego, nigga.
Look, man, certain things you just cannot put over. You can't put over loyalty. You can't put over respect. You can't put over your own friendships. Like how the way Joe handled it was just terrible. And that's
expected.
And this was also part of the reason why at the time I watched Joe Budden too. As a content creator and one star podcast, it was just watching. That was part of the reason why I was such a fan of the show. Just me wanting to be a podcast to set up the vibe and everything that was going on, Something like that, I always like to make my own version of it, but, making my own way, my own unique way. So that was also part of the reason why I also like want to get into podcasts outside of Combat Jack and Taxstone. For those that know about Taxstone and know about Combat Jack, that was like back in the early 2010s, like 2013, 2014, I remember when I got out of college, those were the first people that first started podcasting. My understanding, them and Joe came and whatnot, and so I know just podcasting, what it's about, it was dope. Wow. That was the reason why I initially liked the show, because podcasting, just shit they was talking about, just being able to start something with your homies and just kicking shit all the time, having some dope conversations, joking and laughing and talking shit. That's mainly the reason why I was rocking with the podcast. Now it wasn't even because of Joe, because I followed Joe since he was a rapper, and if you follow Joe since he was rapping, then you would know that nigga is not right in the head. That nigga be unhinged as fuck at times. But yeah, I mostly like it because from the creative's perspective, just certain stuff he would say for creatives is why I gave him his flowers time. But as all great creatives are, a lot of them, unfortunately, there's some talented ones, but there's some talented ones, but they're also unhinged or they're evil people. So it's like you can't really just rock with that. Just because they're great at their craft doesn't mean that they're not a good person. So yeah. And plus also there's plenty of other dope fire podcasts that are out. This podcast industry, as you know, is just beyond oversaturated, but it's a million podcasters that come out with their own content every day. But the difference between other podcasters and the ones like myself and Sam, the ones like Summer Sessions, Boys at Barbershop, the ones like Kodak at Playhouse, a lot of us are more consistent. A lot of us, love doing this shit. A lot of us want to use this shit as a way to get our shit off and make a living off it. A lot of us have aspirations to want to do stuff, past podcasting and stuff like that. So it takes a lot. Like what Kodak was saying, it takes time, it takes patience, it takes money, it takes discipline, consistency. It takes a whole bunch of shit to make a successful podcast and just create content. And so that is why go so hard about this shit, because this is our livelihood. This is something that we want to do, and like I said, I may not focus in like that, but that's still my dog, and I appreciate him for adding me into this experience of hot sauce because doing it more and more, I enjoy this shit. It feels like work, and it's also something that I can do that I know that the more consistent we work, the better we get with this. The more we do, the more we tweak it up. You know, it's gonna come at time.
LeBron's listening to straightening before the game. I don't know.
Ain't nothing but straightening.
I don't know how to
Ain't nothing but straightening. Ain't nothing but straightening. You did. You feel?
Lord.
Shit, man. Straighten that motherfucker, man. Shit. Ain't nothing but straightening. But yes, being a content creator is not easy. It's a lot that comes with it. I wish motherfuckers would stop thinking that it's so easy. There's so many motherfuckers that want to pick up, start a podcast, or do content, and they put that shit down, and they just, it all comes to an end. I'm speaking the truth. I ain't lying, man. I ain't lying.
You know, that content creator word I love so much. So many different contents to be created.
It's a lot of content, okay? It's a lot of content that needs to be made. You know.
Well, that was it on our list.
Wait,
I think.
you sure? Dogecoin.
Well,
Cause I know, you know,
cryptocurrency is big in these streets,
it's getting bigger
and it's doing really bad right now. You know, we wanted to talk about it when it was up, but it's really bad. I have my investments. I'm looking at them, crying about them because they're not growing how they were growing a few months ago. Then, you know, Elon Musk got on Saturday Night Live and fucked up a lot of shit.
Man, I heard Elon Musk came there and some of that shit dropped.
Drop. Like, and it's still dropping.
Still drop, but some people are still in it. But that's just a part of the name game, man. Like, that's what's meant to happen. Like, it's a win-lose game. So you're gonna win some days, you're gonna lose some days.
Well, you know, that shit.
That's one thing I understand. Like, you're gonna lose some, but you're also gonna win some. It's just part of it.
It's good to see black people interested in, you know, crypto and
I love that shit, to be honest.
such.
I love that shit, seeing black people interested in crypto. I love...
Somebody has to love it because, you know, for the longest, it was just a they game, you know.
Yeah, but I've been heard about cryptocurrency for like a while now. I mainly heard it through Nipsey Hussle, but that's like I didn't really understand it. But like
Nipsey.
Yeah, I've heard about it. I kind of get it now.
Yeah,
I still have some questions about crypto, but I'm still like I want to be all in. I'm still trying to work my nerves up to get it to do it. Like I have everything set up. I have the Coinbase, everything set up. Just gotta see how I'm gonna distribute my monies. So I'm all in. But just give me a moment. I just know by the time someone starts, I'll be in the game. Just know that because niggas, hey man, there's a lot of money out here. Which everybody trying to make other sources of income. And you know, hey man, I'm just happy that black people, mainly our peers, are getting more familiar with Dogecoin and they want to get this money. They want to, you know, make this money, live the lives that they want to live. But I just don't really like how some black folks are still resistant towards it and don't really understand it, and they just choose not to understand it. And it's one thing I noticed, Sam, is just a lot of black people when it comes to others black folks who are dreaming, black folks who are, you know, trying to do better, trying to live better, trying to, you know, live their goals out. Mm-hmm. A lot of black folks are just selling themselves short. I'm talking about the ones that's not chasing their dreams. I'm talking about the ones that's giving those who have dreams, especially those who are creative content creators or creatives in any form or fashion, giving them a hard time about shit. And most of the time it be from a bunch of 9-to-5ers who just content with working their regular 9-to-5 job where they're making just only $60K a year salary and just being a manager or some shit and whatnot. if you happy with that, cool. But I feel like you're selling yourself short. It's just a lot of black people out here just selling themselves short because of, I guess, because of reality and that whole "woe is me" victim mentality. Some of them have victim mentality.
Bills are due, and some people don't know how to. Do that without just a secure job, you know.
You're right, and also it's a lot of people, especially what's going on right now. Like it's a lot of people that are truly. Well, I think it's been going on for a while, but even before COVID. But it's truly a lot of people that are literally living in survival mode. So yeah, I understand, and I'm about to if I sounded, if I was empathetic towards that because life is really fucked up right now. Well, life around us, where it's just a lot of people are. Some people are just knees deep in survival mode, and they just, like you said, some people have dreams, but they feel like they can't get there because of their circumstances.
Yeah.
Some people you can do it, some people can't, but like a lot of people are so deep in their circumstances, it's to the point where it's like, hey, they gotta be good, and it's trying to balance that. Trying to balance having to improve my mindset and chasing your dreams and trying not to fall back into old survival mode habits. It's tough. It's very tough. Especially
that's why I think we have it a lot easier to like me and you to go after our dreams because we don't got kids and shit. Like we don't got a whole lot of other people to have to worry to provide for, you know what I'm saying? So we can take more risk for making our dreams happen.
True, and also being surrounded as well by other peers or other friends, other homies that are around our age that are actually doing the things that we want to do. And some folks, whichever season they're in, they're excelling at it, or they're already knees deep in the industry or in the industry, entertainment world, sports world, you're knees deep in it and they're doing their thing. That's also inspiring as well. Part of the reason why, I'm doing what I'm doing now. This has been like years in the making. Even at times when I didn't really know where I wanted to do, I still kind of don't know what I'm doing right now, even while I'm doing this. This is just trial and error, trying to figure it out and understand that stuff like this, especially building my own brand, building our own content, like I look at this as like this is a lifetime thing, and so I'm worried about tweaking it up and doing things the right way. Because again, we're still technically new into this shit, but we know we got some experience in it for quite some time. But this is our first own brand, or our first own platform we have with ourselves, and so. As we get consistent, as we get better through time, as we add whoever else we want to add to spice things up, the only way to go is up. The only thing we can do is just, we already committed to it, and we already like 15 episodes in. We can't stop. All we can do is evolve.
Can't stop, won't stop. Something. It get down, baby. It get down. I mean, stop, boy, summer. Go ahead and get your short shorts, fellas.
Shorts above the knees.
Time to show these ladies they ain't the only ones that can show a little leg.
Shorts above the knees, man.
What you got? What you got for the folks at home?
Keep tending to your soil, man. Tend to your soil. You at where you're supposed to be at in life. You are here. You are in your current chapter where you're at in your life. You're right where you're supposed to be at. For the folks that's dreaming, starting shit like this, or working up the nerve, start shit like this. Hey man, take your time. Well, take your time, but also start. Start when you're ready. Start when you're not ready. Start when you're unsure. Just start. As long as you don't stop. As long as you start, please don't stop. I guess. I'm trying to find the right words to say, but just start. Just keep going, just figure it out, because eventually once you find your groove, shit will start clicking. And also, if you're feeling like you're stuck in a rut, you feel like you're not able to get out of your survival. If you're not able to get out of survival mode, you gotta just take some time to yourself and to really just be with yourself and really just know what it is that you want to do. Know what it is, like envision yourself. Where is it that you want to be? Envision the dreams that you want, because I see it around us. We see it around us every single day. It's very possible. In this world, in this life, you can put your mind to it. You can do anything you want to do. This is why I say manifestation, all that shit is real, because words are powerful, thoughts are powerful. Whatever it is that you think, whatever it is that you feel, whatever it is that you say, will come to fruition, whether you believe it or not. Which is exactly why you just have to be very mindful of the things you say, the things that you think, and things that you do, because most of the time, everybody's manifesting the negative shit and they don't even realize it. You have the power in your brain, in your goals, in your focus to get the life that you want. It is very possible. A lot of times it takes time to get there. Now, don't get me fucked up. It takes time. Sometimes it takes years, depending on your life, depending on where God has you at. It will take years to get to where you want to be at. But if you want to get there, it's very possible. You can make shit happen. If you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything. Big. I mean, that's all I got. That's all I have.
Hey, shit, that sounds like you wising up over the times, my guy.
Life do that.
Giving these people some good thoughts to live upon. Once again, it's your boy, Sammy Socialite.
And it's your guy, just JT.
And this is another episode of Hot Sauce, and we'll be back once again in due time.
In due time. Stay on the lookout.
Yes, we out.